I didn't know what was gonna happen to me. And nobody did.
Yeah, I remember one morning I woke up and my legs gave out. They didn't know if I had a stroke.
So this is the first time in my life I've ever gone through something like that.
What's wrong with me? Being in the public eye, there's a lot of pressure. You aren't always judged on your talent. The way you look can also measure your success.
It's the Brazilian butt lift craze.
I compared myself to other artists.
I wanted to, be curvy.
People on social media.
And I thought I want to take it to the extreme.
So I chose to make some changes.
I got my boobs done, my butt, my stomach.
Nobody warned me about the dangers.
Local doctors tell us the deaths are just one part of a bigger epidemic, leaving women disfigured and disabled.
Headaches, rashes, even heart attacks. Girls going to the Dominican Republic and trying to get their bodies done. And these are young girls who end up losing their lives. It's just not worth it.
And I had no idea that the fight for my life was about to begin.
My last doctor messed me up so bad.
I was the first celebrity to be honest and speak out about the dark side of cosmetic surgery.
Well, the 13 surgeries were for the silicone, and I still have 2 more to go.
It took me 3 years to get back to a healthy me.
Ladies, it is not worth it to look like somebody on Instagram.
And now women and men reach out to me to tell me their stories.
My leg is about to give out. It hurts so bad.
I ended up getting a mommy makeover. We wanted a nicer body, like all the girls that I see on social media.
My main focus is to help them heal.
My butt was on fire.
And help them to get back to living their life.
I got like a little blade to cut my skin off.
Cut your own skin, son?
I really did. I just don't want to go through this anymore.
This is my killer body. People are keeping their surgery complications a secret because they don't want to be judged. I got on Instagram dancing, and because of my silicone removal, I had extra fat. It was hanging. They had put online that my butt had exploded. On social media, people can be so evil and so judgmental. It makes women not want to come out and say a word about anything. But it's very important for people to be open, transparent, and know that you are not alone in this fight.
What we're gonna do is I'm gonna have you kind of angle so you can see your backside a little bit too.
I got my first injection when I was 25 years old.
Now, here's where we have some tissue that we think, hopefully, would be reasonable.
When I look at myself in the mirror, I think, how awful, how bad.
Half of the cheek has to go.
What was I thinking doing this to myself? Before I got the injection, I was always going out, partying. My early morning view, private yachts. If anybody knows me very well, you'll know how much I love being on the boat. Of course, going to work and just living life. But since I've gotten the injections, I don't party as much. I don't go out as much anymore. I'm in pain. It just really hurts. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up with this pain and cramping down my leg. I'm in so much pain, it hurts so bad.
In 2010, I had 2 rounds of injections done to my butt. I didn't feel pretty enough. There were times that I was cheated on. I would always have to beg him and say, the way I see you look at these other girls out on the street, you don't look at me like that. I'm sorry. At the time I was in a relationship, I wasn't getting the attention and the love from him that I was looking for. And I felt like maybe because I didn't have that butt, I didn't have that body, I didn't look pretty enough to him. So I really wanted to get my butt done.
I first started to notice I had a problem 3 weeks in. It started off with me itching, and then I saw the discoloration that I had. I was feeling like, what did I do to myself? I was real stupid for doing this. I was reading a story. It was a Black woman. She had no legs, she had no arms. And because of the butt injection, she lost all her limbs. I just knew right then and there, I can't be like that. And I don't want to be like that.
Because I have kids and I need to be as healthy as possible. Girls, how do we feel?
Are you gonna be acting crazy like that?
I saw K. Michelle on Instagram.
I think everybody was there for me. And I'm okay. They're gonna let me go home.
Right then and there, my heart dropped. And I was like, I need for her to hear my story and for her to help me.
Yeah! The way I saw life before and after I went through this is different. I took advantage of a lot of the stuff that I was able to do before surgery. You know, go have fun or go on a family vacation. Say hi! Take my kids to a lot of fun places. Something simple as like go and play with them. I'll do whatever I can to give the best for my kids. They're literally my rock. I never really lost the baby weight I gained from being pregnant. That's when I was just like, okay, let me see what I can do to get the body I want. I actually had reached out to this doctor on Instagram, sent him like a wish picture. I sent him what my stomach currently looked like. He kept reassuring me that he can give me what I wanted.
I ended up getting a mommy makeover to feel like myself again. I wanted a nicer body, like all the girls that I see on social media. So I ended up getting surgery.
I was just really excited to finally get the shape I wanted.
I came back out looking 10 times worse than I went in prior to surgery. I came back with a necrotic tissue. So my whole stomach fell apart. I mean, when I say my stomach fell apart, it was pitch black, dead skin. You could see my side of my muscles.
So for 3 weeks, I just kind of had to make my skin fall off, my dead skin, so I could actually start healing.
I am scratching myself like crazy. I literally can't feel anything. I mean, my nerves are so dead. If somebody were to stab me or something, I couldn't feel it.
My husband, it was really hard for him because he hated seeing me in pain, not being able to do anything. He knows that I'm like a bubbly, quirky girl.
Seeing her like that is unbearable. It's like you can't do anything. You're just watching. It's like you're just watching from the sidelines. You know, it progressively get worse.
I was in a really dark place. It was just really hard because I feel like this is all my fault because I felt so selfish. Yeah.
When I put clothes on, I turn to the side and make sure that my stomach doesn't look funny because I have fat over my stomach and I don't at the bottom because of my scar. So I have to kind of put like a pad or like something simple as like tissue to kind of make it flatten out so nobody can really tell.
This is constantly something I have to check.
I just wish I never got this done because I wouldn't be in this situation where I can't do anything, where it's literally affecting my entire life.
You guys can share, okay? I'm gonna put this over you guys.
It impacted me a lot as a mom because I couldn't do anything for them. I was just kind of laying there on the bed doing nothing. And they're just wondering what is wrong with mommy.
Go to sleep, Derek, okay? They know that I'm gonna go see a doctor, but I don't want them sad that mommy's going under the knife. I just want them to know that I'm actually going in to feel better about myself, you know?
I feel like a really bad mom because if I hadn't put myself through that surgery, none of this would be happening. Hold on, sorry.
To meet K. Michelle, it's an honor.
Hi! How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
She gave me the encouragement to come forward.
Make yourself comfortable.
Okay.
I was very adamant about letting Q know about my surgery. My whole purpose of this is to tell the truth.
How long ago did you do the shots?
About 10 plus years ago.
Okay. Did it affect you right away or it took a while?
No, mine's affected me right away. I'll have headaches here and there, cramping, hair loss.
Yeah.
When Q is describing her symptoms, like her hair falling out and pain and itching, those symptoms were familiar to me. I would have to pat my hip in order for it not to itch or hurt me.
And then I had this massive discoloration. Then that's when I started like, okay, something is wrong.
I know of all of those symptoms. For me, you could never look at me and tell. You know, I was terrified. I was aching to the point where I could not get out of bed.
What do your kids say?
Nobody knows but me, going through this by myself.
Woo!